We have to find out the second derivative of y with respect to x when y is given by x raised to the power of x. So let's begin. So here we have y equals to x raised to the power of x. And in order to find out the derivative, the first derivative, we'll have to use the logarithmic differentiation. So let's take the logarithm on both sides. So we have log of y equals to log of x raised to the power of x. So that gives us log of x, y equals to, so we have x times log of x. Here we have used the property of logarithm. That means if we have log a raised to the power of b, so that becomes equals to b times log of a. So here, taken the x from the power and multiply it to log of x. Now what we'll do, we'll take the derivative on both sides with respect to x. So we have derivative with respect to x of log y. And this will be equals to derivative with respect to x of x times log x. The derivative of the logarithmic function gives us 1 over y. But since y, we have a y, so we will need to use the chain rule and multiply the derivative of y with respect to x equals to, let's use the product rule here. So here we'll use the first x as the first function and log of x as the second function. So we have derivative with respect to x of x multiplied to the second function plus the first function times derivative with respect to x of the second function. So let's continue it here. We have 1 over y times derivative of y with respect to x. That's equals to derivative of x with respect to, so that's simply 1. This gives us log of x plus x times derivative of log of x is 1 over x. So that means we have 1 over y times derivative of y with respect to x. That's equals to log of x plus 1. Right. So we need to find out the second derivative. What we'll do, we'll take the derivative on both sides of this expression with respect to x. So we have derivative with respect to x of 1 over y times derivative of y with respect to x equals to derivative with respect to x of log of x plus 1. Right. Now what we'll do, we'll have to use the product rule here. 1 over y will be considered as the first function and dy over dx as the second function. So we'll consider the first function 1 over y and multiply it to derivative with respect to x of the second function, which is dy over dx, plus we'll take derivative of the first function, which is 1 over y, or simply y raised to the power of negative 1, and multiply it to the second function, which is dy over dx. This is going to give us derivative with respect to x of log of x. The log of x will give us 1 over x, and derivative of 1 being a constant, is simply 0. So that we get 1 over y times second derivative of y with respect to x plus derivative of x, y raised to the power of minus 1 with respect to x. So that's simply negative 1 over y squared times dy over dx. So this will get multiplied to dy over dx equals to 1 over x. Right. So we'll get 1 over y times d squared y over dx squared minus 1 over y squared times dy over dx whole squared equals to 1 over x. Now since we need d squared y over dx squared, so we'll isolate d squared y over dx squared. So we have 1 over y multiplied to it, so that will be equals to 1 over y squared times dy over dx whole squared plus 1 over x. Now let's multiply throughout with y. This gives us second derivative of y with respect to x equals to 1 over y times derivative of y with respect to x whole squared plus y over x. Now we know the value of y, which is simply x raised to the power of x, and let's also find out dy over dx. So we'll go here. So here we have, let's multiply throughout with y. So we have dy over dx given by y times log of x plus 1. So let's replace this with y times log of x plus 1. So we have 1 over y multiplied to y times log of x plus 1 and square it plus y over x, which gives us, so here we have y squared. So y squared over y will be simply y times log of x plus 1 whole squared plus y over x. So this is the value of second derivative of y with respect to x, and we can take y as the common factor. So we have log of x plus 1 whole squared added to 1 over x. And y is simply x raised to the power of x. So our final value of second derivative of y with respect to x will be equals to x raised to the power of x. This will be multiplied to log of x plus 1 whole squared plus 1 over x.